Hello and welcome to Alive with Amanda. Today we're going to be talking about the counseling compact. This keeps coming up time and time again in Facebook groups, and people are getting really excited and they're talking about it, and everybody thinks that there is an update. But unfortunately, I don't have an update for you because the states don't have an update for you, in the sense that while yes, several states have passed the counseling compact, it is not in effect yet. So what that means is that a bunch of states have, yes, come and said, we will be a part of this counseling compact. There'll be some level of reciprocity of licensure. We'll figure out how this works, right? Like that's basically like what they're saying. We don't quite know how this is all going to work out yet, but we know that it'll work. We've seen the psychologists do it with PsychPack. So we're going to work this out for you, counselors, but it is not in effect yet. So there is not anything that we need to do at the counseling level in order to be in the counseling compact. The thing that you can do is if you are in a state that is working on the counseling compact, but has not yet got on the counseling compact, is to advocate through your state legislature and to be active in your local counseling association. So FMCA, the Florida Mental Health Counseling Association, was really a big part of pushing this in Florida. They have a lobbyist that worked on this. They have a governance committee that works on this, and they were able to get Florida to join, which is fantastic and great for me, but that doesn't mean anything for me right now, right? Like that doesn't mean I can practice in the other states that have joined the counseling compact. Nothing is up. There's nothing for us to do other than advocate, right? I am a big proponent, if you watch my videos, of being a part of your associations. Pay your dues. It's $100 and they use that money or so, and they use that money in order to advocate for us. Okay. It has been one of the things that have admired for the social workers is how big their association is and how much advocacy their association does. Our associations can do more if they have more members and have more money. That's just the way that it works. If they don't have a lot of members and they don't have a lot of money, they're not going to be able to advocate as well as other organizations that have lots of money. Whether you love it or hate it, that's how it works. And so I'm a member of the American Counseling Association, the Florida Mental Health Counselor Association, the Broward Mental Health Counselor Association, and the Mental Health Counselors Association of Palm Beach, since I have practices in both locations, because I am so passionate about mental health. I think that comes across, and I hope that comes across. I am absolutely passionate about mental health, and I want to be a part of organizations that are pushing for things that are important to me. It is important to me in my business to have the counseling compact. Why? Because even if, listen, I'll be transparent. We're not looking to take over the United States. That is not a part of my business plan. I'll take over Florida, but I'm not looking to take over the United States. However, we have a lot of clients who travel back and forth between Florida and New York. We have a lot of college students that live in Florida, but they go to college 8 months out of the year and they want to continue to see their therapist. And I want my clinicians to continue to be able to see their clients too, right? No matter the licensure for the state. I want to make sure they're protected, that their liability is going to cover them, that they are really going to be able to do this right. And so I think it's really important that this is happening, but it's not happening. It hasn't happened yet. So there's nothing for us to do. So if you want information, I will link below the information for the counseling compact so that you can get alerts, you can stay up to date. And if you aren't already a member of your associations, I urge you to become a member, even if you feel like, where does my dues go? And I'm not really using, what they're, advertising, go to the CEU events. They use that money for advocacy. And if you're not sure if they use that money for advocacy, ask them where their money goes. Most of them are nonprofits, which means that they're going to be pretty transparent about their finances at some level, and find out where the money goes. Ask them what kind of advocacy efforts they're doing. And if you're really interested, join their governance committees, join their advocacy groups, go up to the legislation days at your state legislature. Do the things that you can do in order to advocate, depending on your level of interest or your time. I would love to do those things. I just don't have the time to do those things. And so I would rather put a little bit of money into it by being a part of the associations and really advocating for that. So that's how I am able to give back. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the Counseling Compact and how this might look for us. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, one that can really help you run your business, one that is the thing I really like about TherapyNotes is they're really staying on top of things. They're really making updates that are impactful to the mental health counseling, the counseling psychology field. They are keeping up on insurance requirements. They're keeping up on reporting requirements. They're keeping up on trends, and they're understanding what we need for our businesses to really run in a highly ethical manner and a way that's really smooth. And that's what I really like about TherapyNotes. It's not like they just put their platform up and they're like, hey, this is it, take it or leave it. They're constantly making updates. And when they make updates, they listen. They have a forum where you can go on, you can share ideas that you have, you can share the things that you love about them. And it's really, really been great. And I feel like they have really listened to what people have shared, because I've seen people get feedback and then the update is out, or they'll say, listen, that's a little bit more complicated than just like a little fix. I don't know anything about what that might look like, but that's, coming down, or like, listen, that's not a priority right now, but we'll keep it in mind. And then if enough people start saying like, yes, this is a priority, we need this, they do listen. And so that's a really like a heartfelt testimonial, because that is so helpful to my business, because we need to stay on top of all the things that are going on within the mental health world. So a special thank you to our sponsor, TherapyNotes. So exactly how this is going to work, we're not 100% sure yet. You might have to register. You might have to register with this different states at some level. And the reality is that if you are doing business in another state, you are supposed to register with that state, and you are supposed to do your due diligence in doing business in that state. I've learned that by hiring staff members in other states. Though we don't have to like register the business in that state, we've had to register with their Department of Revenues. We've had to have different workman comps. There's just been a lot of different things that I've learned about having employees in other states. So when you run businesses in other states, you want to make sure that you're running those in a compliant manner. And you understand that if you are opening up a branch in New Jersey, but you are in Florida, that they have their own laws, rules, and regulations, and that you're following those. So you really want to be strategic about where you're going, what you're doing, how you're doing it, so you can really be impactful and compliant in running your business. But if I get any updates on the Counseling Compact, I will be sure to share them. And like I said, I will share the link below so you can get all the information from the Counseling Compact. And Psych Pack is already up for psychologists, so I highly recommend you register for them. We're getting our psychologists at our team registered, so it should be great for the mental health field. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.